Hello, everyone. My name is Diego, and I'm the head of Able. Today, the flow of roughly $6 trillion in capital that gets lent to US businesses each year is slowed by one thing only: paperwork. It turns out that originating and monitoring commercial loans requires a lot of paperwork. And the problem is that collecting and maintaining all of this paperwork is extremely expensive for the lender and an excruciating experience for their customers. Able solves this paperwork problem. We use AI to streamline the backend processing of these documents, and our tools deliver a much better front-end experience to everybody involved in the transaction. The end result is that transactions can close about 20% faster using much fewer resources, and all the while delivering up to 150 basis points in total value over the amount lent. Now, we work with financial institutions of all kinds, and there is a lot to our platform, so we're only going to be able to show you two distinct workflows today that are quite common. The first one's going to be processing incoming documents from your customers, and the second's going to be requesting and collecting these documents. If you want to find out more, you can find us at able.ai or in the back, but otherwise, let's get started. So today, if we are a lender and we receive any kind of files from our customers, we're going to essentially have to do three things with these documents. First, we're going to have to format, index, and annotate these files. Second, we're going to have to check that these documents meet a certain set of business requirements. And third, we're going to have to upload these into the appropriate systems. Now, it sounds simple, but the reality is that today, this is highly manual, soul-crushing work. In fact, we know of some lenders who have to spend 3 out of 5 days of their week doing just this one task. But with Able, we can bring those 3 to 5 days down in just a few hours, and I'll show you exactly how. So let's pretend that we're in our sample institution, First Money Bank, and that we're working with our customer, Mike. Now, Mike has sent us a bunch of documents, and in particular, he sent us a single PDF with lots of documents inside of it. This is actually quite common. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the pages that correspond to one of these documents, and we're going to split it off. Now we have 2 documents, and we've done this without having to leave the application. Our next step is going to be to categorize these files. Now, today, categorization or indexing is a slow, manual, and error-prone process. Able fixes this by using machine learning to automatically categorize all of the documents for our customers. The way it works is that Able scans all of the incoming files into the system, be it PowerPoints, PDFs, Word docs, images, etc., and provides a recommendation as to the appropriate category or nomenclature. Each time we do this, by the way, the AI gets smarter. Now, in addition to categories, we can also find all of the attributes that are needed to appropriately index a document. So think of things like entity names, identification numbers, tax numbers, addresses, locations, etc. We can also identify dates and date ranges, so you can more easily see if a document is expired, it is nearing expiration, or if you have a complete set of financial history needed for some transaction. And what if there is a problem with the document? Well, we can go into the comments section, and we can write a comment out to our internal or our external stakeholders. In this particular case, we're going to write a comment that is going to notify Mike that he needs to take action and answer questions on this document. And finally, if we click on the Save button that you'll see there, you should note that this document will get saved not just in Able, but also in an external document management system, which is a huge time saver. Now, what you've seen here is document understanding as applied to a single document. But what if we scale this to the entire organization? Today, lenders of all kinds have a really tough time finding and accessing documents. And the reason for this is that everything is slow, nothing is searchable, and none of their file systems talk to each other. That's why Able connects everything. We integrate to an organization's existing CRM, loan origination, and content management systems to centralize all of their files. And in addition, we can make all of the centralized content searchable, as you can see by this query. Now, let's switch gears and let's talk about our second workflow, which is requesting and collecting documents. So all the documents that you see here had to get into the system because they were requested at one point or another. And today, if we're a lender and we're requesting documents from our customers, we're going to have to essentially do 2 steps. First, we're going to have to generate an itemized listing of every single document that we need and none that we don't for this transaction. And then second, we're going to have to communicate this request out to our customers and send lots of follow-ups until this request has been completed. Now, again, this sounds simple, but the problem is that today, people have to check across 5 different systems in order to properly build a personalized checklist. And that process can actually take several hours. And as for the second part, our communications to the customer are going to have to be quite detailed and feature lots of follow-ups, which can also take a few hours. But with Able, we can actually boil this down to just a few clicks, and we'll show you exactly how. So let's first generate our itemized listing. We're going to go into packages, and we're going to select the packages or policies that are applicable to the transaction we want to run with Mike. And what Able has done under the hood is that it's generated an itemized, hyper-personalized listing of every single document that's going to be needed according to what we know about the deal structure, about Mike, and about other information. And since we've already indexed all the documents using machine learning, we can automatically cross off what we already have on file from this list. Now we have our full list. So now what we're going to do is we're going to send out an email. And to do that, we're going to go into our communications and select the right message to send. You will see that Able has automatically drafted the email that's going to get sent to our customers, as well as a number of intelligent follow-ups that will get sent until this request is complete. We're going to switch tabs real quick to show you the email as Mike would see it. You can see that all the documents are listed in there, and it's showing exactly what the request is about. And we'll switch tabs one more time to show you exactly what Mike would see if he were to click log in. As you can see in there, Mike can upload documents, continue the conversation, or onboard other people to help in the application. Now, let's wrap this all up. Today, we've shown you two common workflows, processing and collecting documents, each of which can take several hours on their own. But today, you saw it all happen in a 7-minute demo. Now, I've already told you that Able brings 20% faster transactions and up to 150 basis points in total added value. But I'll end with my favorite number, which is that implementing all this in your own organization takes no more than 2 to 4 weeks. If you want to learn more, we're in the back. Thank you.